Hi, I'm Shelly.
And I'm Carrie.
And this is
Neighboring Opinions!
So, in this video, we will be talking about
Dun, dun, dun.
Under the Never Sky by Veronica Rossi. This book, it's young adult dystopia.
It's also kind of a sci-fi, I would say.
Basically, our main character, Aria, the girl on the cover, I never like it when they do that, but you know, we'll get past it. So Aria lives in this place called a pod, and it's basically the outside world has these magnetic lightning storms called aether storms, and so the humans, well, who else, built these pods where they could like safely live while these aether storms are taking place.
So Aria is pretty much thrown into this different world. She's heard all these rumors about it her entire life, about how it's like some horrible, scary place. The dwellers, what they had, it's like Google Glass.
It's like Google Glass, but like
in the
a
future.
Contact.
And it's like
a contact lens.
sucks your eye.
Yeah. Something.
iPad. No, it's not. Much they never lived in a real world. They would be under these pods, but they would be under a kind of simulation, like a virtual reality. Yeah. And it was advertised as, this is better than the real world. And I really like that aspect because it's like what people are getting at today is technology. They're so into technology. Yeah. What do you think? Would it be better to live in a fake reality that's perfect, or would you rather live in a real world where you can feel things and have your own experiences? I feel like Veronica Rossi was kind of predicting the future with Google Glass. This is what's going to happen. Yeah. What I really liked about this book is I find the environment is like so realistic. Like, even though it's not realistic
what's
to...
Aether, okay? I don't
it's not realistic to like in today's sense, but I feel like it's very possible because these aether storms I feel like is actually something that could happen, and it makes it that much more scary that something like this could actually take place, and you would have to do something about it. So I feel like it's realistic. Yeah, you would have to either like go into these pods, which you choose to do, or the people who don't choose to go into the pods, which are the outsiders.
And one of these outsiders, Perry and Aria, meet.
Those are our two main characters.
Yes,
we have
and we can predict what happens.
Who lives in the pod.
Yeah, and Perry,
who's an outsider.
Yes.
It's really
Perry
strange.
Kind of,
it's like they hate each other at the beginning.
Well, the thing you have to know about the outsiders, they kind of have like special
superhuman abilities.
Yeah. So
the aether storms have like affected them and given them like
pretty cool mutations. Right? So Perry is what they call a skyer.
And he's a seer.
A
skyer because he can smell things. Like he can smell your emotions, which is pretty freaking creepy.
It's really creepy. The part where Perry and Aria connect, like, cause obviously they have to connect and they have to grow past hatred. And that moment is when Aria gets her burst of blood.
Oh my!
And no! Perry, he says.
No.
He says that Aria is now more attractive.
She's like, oh
because she smells like violence.
She's like, my life is over.
Yeah. Or no, she smelled like violence.
Feel so embarrassed.
Perry was like attracted to her because of the smell.
Yeah.
Like,
because of the smell. It smelled like violence. So supporting characters in the book, they're even more powerful than the main characters.
Yes.
Perry and Aria were pretty good characters. Like, you like them. Aria took a little bit getting used to.
Because Aria first, like, with all YA heroines, it always takes you a while to get used to them because they're always really annoying. Like, give me somebody else.
Yeah, the guy they always make so attractive. They're like, oh yeah, I want to read from his opinion. He's so much more interesting. Like, snotty girl.
That's why I tend to like books where the protagonist is a male, just because it's more interesting to read about, and then a typical female going around like, oh my gosh, I don't know anything. Why is this cute guy talking to me? Blah, blah, blah. Ugh, yeah, exactly.
We need to mention Roar first.
Yes,
Roar. I think you've heard about Roar before. Have you heard about Roar?
Yes. Veronica Rossi needs some applause for creating him.
So Roar is pretty much Perry's, his best friend, and Roar has just this outstanding personality. What can you say about Roar? He's an amazing character. He's
an odd, which means A-U-D.
That's his marking.
That
means he can hear really well, just like me. I'm an odd, she's a skyer. Yes. I'm obviously destined to be with Roar, but then again, Liv.
I remember when I read this book, and then I told Carrie I didn't like it very much because I didn't, but she loved it.
It's a really good book. Don't trust her.
Okay, so I wrote to her, and I wrote, like, I could smell your frustration, and she was like, I can hear you pounding your head into the wall.
The keys. The keys. We're nail marks. We have our tattoos. We just don't want to show them to you, but we're a little self-conscious. But
I don't know. I didn't feel like any like connection to Aria and Perry thing. Okay, you have a female and a male protagonist. what do you
from
think?
two different worlds.
From two different worlds. What do we think is gonna happen? So their whole romance, which is the whole typical thing, and it's kind of like cliche. I don't know, but that's just my opinion. So like, if I had to rate this book, because I like rating stuff, I don't know, I'm just like that. I would probably give it 3 out of 5 stars because it had like. I like the setting, and it's kind of interesting to think about, and like Carrie said, the Aether Storm seemed pretty cool, but other than that, there wasn't really that much going for this book, except Roar. I think basically he deserves like a whole star just for this book. So I think that wraps up our discussion on Under the Never Sky. So if you've read this book, are you a Carrie who completely adored it and doesn't care about any of the obvious plot holes? But obviously there's some parts Carrie didn't like, but overall, like, she liked it. Or are you like me and you just found the plot holes to be unbearable, except Roar was pretty awesome. But
one of the quotes that you probably won't understand until you read the book is said by Roar to Perry, and Perry kind of asks Roar for help, and one of the lines he says is, "Fall off your own roof." And I just love
it. So cute.
It's so Roar.
It is. Are you Carrie or Shelley? Let us know in the comments. Woo.
See you next time.
Bye. You might want to look up the Under the Never Sky book trailer because it is the funniest thing I've seen.
Gosh, it's
ever. It's kind of summarizes the book.
The special effects are beautiful. Cinder,
yes,
just blows you away. Literally,
yes.
Literally blows you away.
Yes. Okay.
You should definitely check that out if you're interested in reading this book, or even if you aren't, just check this trailer out.